Hey kids, it's Englentine here, and next month would have marked Jack the King Kirby's 100th birthday. Now we know there's some celebrations going around, and there should be. His contributions to the comic book industry are massive. As a matter of fact, we all know him as the "and" part of, like, The Incredible Hulk was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, unless you're an artist and you turn that around. Now, some are celebrating a little bit more than others, and we're going to be talking about that right now because we've got our own plans we want to get out there. DC had actually started the celebration quite a while ago with the beginning of the Commandy Challenge, which is still going on, as well as Wild Animals' new Bug the Forager. But their big contribution to the celebration are going to be some one-shots featuring the characters he helped create while he was at DC Comics. The Dark Side Special #1, written by Mark Evanier and art by Scott Collins, cover by Chris Burnham, and it turns out that Mark Evanier is a longtime associate and the biography of Jack the King of Comics, Kirby. And he's going to be telling a Dark Side story. I'm good with that. He's got the papers. So, the latest daring escape from the orphanage of Granny Goodness leaves an infuriated Darkseid determined to capture and punish the escapees. The Lord of Apocalypse puts his best hunter on the case, but one of Granny Goodness' students is unlike anyone he's ever encountered before. Plus, there's an untold tale of Omac by Paul Levitz and Phil Hester. This issue also includes the stories The All-Seeing Eye from Tales of Unexpected, which has Kirby art, and The Raid from Apocalypse from Forever People #6, which is written and drawn by Jack Kirby. Awesome. That's a lot of content, and it's going to be a one-shot, 48 pages, $4.99. The Black Racer and Shiloh Norman Special #1, written by Reginald Hudlin, art and cover by Dennis Cohen and Bill Sienkiewicz. I always say that wrong, so apologize for that. Shiloh Norman has taken up the mantle of Mr. Miracle following the example of Scott Free by cheating death on a daily basis. But when he pushes himself to the limit, the Black Racer comes a-callin'. Now Shiloh is literally running from death itself, and a cosmic chase leads both target and hunter across the universe. Now this issue also includes Tales of the Young Gods of Supertown, reprinted from New Gods #5, 7, and 8. It's also 48 pages and also $4.99. Manhunter Special #1, written by Keith Giffen and Dan Didio, cover by Bruce Timm. Big game hunter and private detective Paul Kirk has marshaled his skills to fight crime as the masked vigilante known as Manhunter. But now crime has reached epidemic proportions that may push him to the limits and draw attention of the Golden Age heroes Sandman and Sandy. Plus a short story featuring Etrigan the Demon by writer Sam Humphries and artist Steve Rude. This issue also includes the stories The Face Behind the Mask from Tales of the Unexpected #13, Rocket Lanes of Tomorrow from Real Fat Comics #1, and A World of Thinking Machines from Real Fat Comics #2. Also 48 pages, also $4.99. I'm beginning to notice a pattern. The Newsboy Legion and the Boy Commandos Special #1, written and drawn by Howard Chaykin. When the Boy Commandos arrive in New York on the trail of a secret Axis agent, they're greeted as turf invaders by the crime-fighting Newsboys. Can these kids put aside their rivalry and join to protect the home front? This issue also includes the story Turn on the Heat, starring the Newsboy Legions from Star Spangled Comics #27, written and illustrated by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. 48 pages, $4.99. New God Special #1, written by Shane Davis, art by Shane Davis and Michelle Delecky. In a feature-length story, Orion and Lightray must come to the aid of Forager and his people as Calabac has established a brutal dictatorship over the bug colony. In confronting his evil brother, Orion faces the darker side of his own nature, and in a backup story, Master Comics writer-artist Walter Simonson tells the tale of a young Orion and his friend Sigrid. This issue also includes Tales of Lonar of New Genesis, reprinted from Forever People #4 and 7, written and penciled by Mr. Jack Kirby. 48 pages, $4.99. I'm going to stop saying that because they're all the same. The Sandman Special #1, written by Dan Jurgens and Steve Orlando, and drawn by John Bogdanov and Rick Leonardi. Don't miss 2 new tales starring Jack Kirby's costume master of nightmares from the 1970s Sandman. Brute and Glob battle an onslaught of dreams so powerful that they are invading the dreams of other people. Then a grown-up Jed Walker returns to his childhood home only to find himself haunted by dreams from the past. This issue also includes strange tales from the DNA Project, from Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 142 to 144, 146, and 148. Written and drawn by Jack Kirby. So there you go, gang. That is what DC Comics is doing to celebrate Jack Kirby's 100th. But they're not the only skin in the game. Jack Kirby had a small hand at the very least in creating the Marvel Universe, so instead of just spending the month destroying Jack Kirby's legacy with Generations and Legacy, now I have read and I've heard that Marvel is not doing enough for the King's birthday. Now, I do believe that anything they do is tainted by the fact that they're trying to convince us to accept the erasure of Jack Kirby's legacy at Marvel. That being said, now, I don't mind the fact that they're doing reprints. Basically, there's some people out there who've never experienced these stories firsthand. Now you can pick them up for $1, and they are good stories. There's not one in this batch that I would take out. And that makes for a good list or a good batch of books. I mean, I would only add to this. I would not remove anything from it. So it's different. You got the original stories from DC. You got the reprints of the classics from Marvel. Once again, it is tainted by Generations and such. But still, it is a gesture of some sort that I, for one, yeah, I would stand behind that. I would definitely participate in it. And that leads to something else. In the month of August, I Love Comics is going Kirby. We're going to be producing 4 of each of our major video series, the If I Wrote. We're going to be doing the Fantastic Four, the Black Panther, Mr. Miracle and Big Barda, and the last one will be decided by our patrons. We'll also do obscure characters like the video I did with Brother Power the Geek, even the history of Jack Kirby, where we talk about his beginnings, his time in the Marvel Universe, the DC Universe, and the fallout between him and Stan. And for our patrons, we do have something special planned out. We're going to be doing a Jack Kirby book review of the day, so that $1 gets you 30 extra videos. So there you go. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff planned, but what do you think? What do you think of DC's offerings or Marvel's offerings, or the fact that Marvel's offering stuff up with one hand and then destroying his legacy on the other? What do you think of our offerings, and is there something specific you would like us to cover? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, click like, share, of course, and hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything, and more importantly, thank you very much for watching.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who chose to